Go ahead.
So if Allah is so merciful, then why in the Quran, He says disbelievers are going to go to hell?
Sure.
And also, what was it? It was the fourth to last surah? The uncle?
Oh, the Al-Lahab.
Abu Lahab.
Abu Lahab, yeah.
Excellent.
I thought you say like you won't know anyone's heart until the very last minute of their
Sure.
death. Like they might even change.
I will explain it. So, Allah is so merciful and so loving that He gives us the ability to choose right from wrong. And He gives us guides, like the prophets. And He gives us signs in our daily life. And Allah gives us so many openings for us to leave that's what's wrong and go toward what's right, right? But Allah doesn't force it on us. Right? Just like He doesn't force us to go to Jahannam, He doesn't force us to go to Jannah. It has to be a choice, just like a professor, right? I mean, as a human example. Again, the examples of Allah are too high. We give basic examples to understand concepts. A professor puts up a test, right? And he wants, a good professor at least, wants you to pass. Allah invites you in the Quran to Dar al-Salam, the place of peace, Al-Jannah. He wants you to get to Jannah. That's what He wants for you. So Allah sends us all kinds of choices and abilities and signs for us to know right from wrong. Right? If seeing all of that and we ignore all of that and we worship other than Allah, knowing in our hearts, in our fitrah that nothing can benefit except Allah, right? Then we choose a path that takes us to the hellfire. Just like the student who knows the test is coming, the teacher helps him, tells him, hey, do your homework, here's a study guide, this is the time of the test, and the student's like, not gonna care, right? And then that student that goes through that test, in the end, if he doesn't make it or she doesn't make it, and they fail, it's not the professor's fault, right? The teacher has to pass and fail according to your results, right? So Allah gave Abu Lahab so many chances. Right? Abu Lahab had the opportunity. He was the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ. He was the neighbor of the Prophet ﷺ. He saw miracles with his own eyes. He saw the moon split. He saw so many beautiful things that he knew, but out of his arrogance and his pride and his hatred for the truth, he not only didn't become a Muslim, but he had his sons divorce the daughters of the Prophet ﷺ. Like, what did they have to do with it, right? To be cruel. His wife, Jamil, Urwa, she would take filthy things and throw it into the house of the Prophet ﷺ because they were neighbors. And on the way, when he would walk, and they would go out of the way, he would walk behind the Prophet ﷺ, cursing the Prophet ﷺ, stopping people from listening to him. Right? At a time when people were wanting to listen. Like when the Prophet ﷺ went to the mountain and he called the people and he told them, if I told the army behind the mountain, would you believe me? And they were like, yes. And he told them, look, I know there's the akhirah coming. When Abu Jahl was one that stopped the people. He would tell them, don't listen to this man. And he would curse, he would say, tabba laka, may slow destruction be upon you. So because of those actions, he deemed himself in the hellfire. Right? And Allah knows the future. So Allah saw that and He revealed the Quran. Right? And this is a proof of the truthfulness of the Quran. Because Abu Lahab, he heard this surah. He could have faked become a Muslim just to try to prove the Quran wrong, but he didn't. Right? Because what Allah saw from his actions and sealed his future. Right? If people choose not to obey the greatest commandment, which is don't worship other than Allah,